This curriculum gave rise to the school of Khairabad, and the Khairabadi school essentially moves this tradition, it continues this tradition forward. Now, the Khairabadis particularly became known for a distinct teaching style as well. And just to explain that distinct teaching style very quickly to you, the idea of this distinct teaching style was that a student would pre-study assigned passages. Like this passage that we just covered today, you would be required to study these assigned passages, okay? And you would apply every skill and every piece of knowledge that you had acquired from previous texts. So you would engage in the discipline of sarf, the discipline of nahu, the discipline of mantiq, the discipline of usul, and you would analyze the text. You would dissect the Arabic. You would engage in understanding the rabt and the link between the following word with the previous word, the tarkib, if there's any logical points there, if there's any principles of usul that are being mentioned, any other relevant concepts, you would engage in the hawashi, the commentary. You'd prepare that text as if you were going to teach it the next day. Now, after such a preparation, it may be the case that you've only probably understood like 40% of that text as a student of knowledge. But this was okay, because the next day when you would sit with your Khairabadi teacher, as a inheritor of South Asia's Frangi Mahal tradition, you would sit with this teacher. He would now deliver for you a taqreer. This taqreer would be unique in that it would be from chest to chest of the teachers of the tradition, and also the idea of this curriculum would be the taqreer would be to convey the deeper meanings of the text. And the taqreer was digestible, it was concise, it was a representation of the author's intent in his content, which was presented to a student in a way that he could absorb. Now, the teacher wouldn't simply translate the text upon completion. Once he's done the taqreer, he would then apply the entire taqreer back into the text, like I just did for you over there. And he would indicate to you, this section of the text is indicative of this part of my taqreer. This part is indicative of that part of my taqreer. This way, the 60% of the lesson that the student didn't understand the night before, the passages, has now become understood to him. He would take that back, he would memorize those passages, and then he would save and he'd rehearse those passages, and then he would commit them to memory, and then he would preserve them for future reference. He'd then go at it again, the next day, the next day, the next day, until he would get to a point where 40% would increase to 45 to 50 to 60 to 80 to 100, and he would become, our teachers say, when he can understand the passages the night before and come to class and the teachers repeats back everything mi'a bil mi'a, 100%, now he's a Maulvi. Now he is a scholar, an alim. He has the right now to engage, to enter the Maidan, the field, and independently engage with knowledge and tackle intellectual issues.